Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today, a very out of the norm video. As of you who know, I love Spider-Man. I fucking love it. I love Spider-Man to death. But today, I am going to be making 5 bold predictions for Spider-Man 2, PlayStation 5. That's what I'm guessing they're going to call it. Or, you know, PS5, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 2, PS5, whatever. You all know what they're going to call it. As you know, Miles Morales was the subsequent sequel of that game, but thank God they didn't call it Spider-Man 2 PS5 Miles Morales Edition. They just called it Spider-Man PS5 Miles Morales. But anywho, these bold predictions will be very small and very large in range, but if they sound outlandish, that's the whole point of the word bold, you know. It's not something that you expect, or maybe it's something you do expect, but it's something I'm definitely sticking to my guns with because I fully expect these things to happen. Because, you know, I believe in my ability to predict some stuff right. I predicted all 3 of the ball boys getting an NBA. Anyway, we're going to start this list off with something small. And the first thing I boldly predict is that the Sandman will appear in the next game. One way or another, the Sandman is coming. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't care how they're going to do it. Insomniac has done a phenomenal job so far with these Spider-Man games. So I firmly believe if there's a way to naturally introduce Sandman into the story, I believe they'll do it. And I know for a fact he will be in the next game. That's my, bold prediction. Because if you remember in Spider-Man PS5, when you collect PS4, you collect the backpacks all around the city, and one of the backpacks has a capsule in it. A capsule with the Sandman. And Peter asked himself, I wonder if releasing this will release the Sandman, or opening this capsule will release the Sandman. And then he said he's in no particular rush to find out. So, I believe somehow, someway that capsule will be opened by Peter by accident, Miles by accident, maybe Harry Osborn or Mr. Osborn or Kirk Connors might just open it. You know, they might just find it because it was just sitting on top of a damn building. But, you know, who knows what Peter did with that thing. And I think a Sandman fight on the PS5 in a few years would be a phenomenal thing for me to fight through. Because I absolutely love the Sandman. Remember, he's not a bad guy. He just has bad luck. So, I believe the Sandman, one way or another, will appear in the PS5 version of Spider-Man. Because I want it so badly, and I think it just makes all the sense for him to be one of the villains. I just think it does. That's just my quick take. Number 2, next up on the list of villains, well, actually not really list of villains, but you know, anyway, I believe Wrath will appear. If you did not play the Silver Lining DLC, at the end, Yuri Watanabe is evil. She basically turns her back on Spider-Man. She says, you do you, and I'm gonna serve out my version of justice, which is killing people. And Peter was like, I have to turn you into the cops. And Yuri was like, yeah, fat fucking chance, bitch. Peace out, Spider-Man. So, Yuri is now a villain. And I believe we're going to get Wrath. I don't know if that's even possible, because whatever, it's not the same universe, same Earth, but I believe we're going to get Wrath as the villain. Probably not as a main story villain, but probably as like a side mission villain. Kind of like how Taskmaster was, or what's that girl's name? That annoying fangirl who did all that crap for her YouTube channel, put people in risk so her channel or videos could get views. I forgot her name. We all know who I'm talking about. The annoying bitch. Whatever, we all know her name. So I believe Wrath will appear as Yuri Watanabe's villainous side. I don't know if it's going to be a main villain. My prediction is side villain. Side villain Wrath is another prediction that I'm willing to make. I think it just makes all the sense. Because there's no point in waiting for her to, you know, come in the game late. She can come very early. She can come right at the beginning. It doesn't matter where you throw her in because it'll still make sense because you know she's out there killing people, serving out her own form of justice. And Peter, being the guy he is, has probably, you know, trying to keep tabs on her since she turned evil. It has been a year, so she's definitely out there somewhere. So I believe Wrath will come up there at one point or the other. So moving on to number 3. Number 3, not really much of a prediction because everyone sees this coming. But Venom and the Green Goblin will be in the game. It's happening, people. We're finally gonna get a Venom for the first time in like I don't know how many years we had in a Spider-Man game without a Venom. Oh my god. It's going to be so amazing what Insomniac plans on doing with the Venom. I know a lot of people, like my friend Alex, they don't want the symbiote to be Harry. They want it to be Eddie. And I know a lot of people online are saying, oh, the symbiote probably keeps Harry alive and Peter has to make that choice. But no. I have my own prediction for that in the next thing. But 3 and 4, the Green Goblin and Venom will 99.99% appear in this. And you know what? Let's just throw in the Lizard Man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what Kirk Carnes is going to do in that game, but, you know, maybe he will be the Lizard Man. Who knows? I don't really care. Maybe he'll be DLC. But that was number 3. So, number 4 on this. I believe that Venom, right. Harry Osborn released Venom, right? At the end of Miles Morales. He said release him. I believe Venom is going to run wild straight from the beginning of the game. Like, they're not going to have us wait for Venom. Insomniac is just going to be like, alright, everyone's expecting Venom, let's just give everybody Venom. They're going to give us Venom straight from the bat, and we're going to have to combat him for basically half the story. And then, halfway through the story, Venom is going to be defeated. Right? He's going to be defeated by Peter and Miles, because there's no way Peter or just straight Miles is doing that by themselves. I believe it's going to be a team fight. And then the symbiote is going to latch on to Peter. Because when the symbiote takes you in its, symbiotic form, it not only takes you, but it takes your memories and everything that you hate. And Harry has a history with Peter. Not particularly hating Peter, but it knows about Peter. Harry and Peter are best friends. So I believe the symbiote is going to latch on to Peter. I don't know how they're going to do that, because the symbiote latches on to negative energy, and I don't know what kind of negative energy Peter might have, but he might have some negative energy in there, some negative vibes. So he's going to latch on to Peter, and then it's going to be up to Miles to defeat Venom Peter. Black suit Spider-Man, symbiote suit Peter Parker. How? With the Venom powers, obviously. Venom powers beat Venom. It's an oxymoron. See there, did that. But, yeah. I know I just said a few minutes ago, how can Peter and Miles just perfectly take down Venom by themselves? But that's the thing, though. With Peter and the symbiote, that's the weakness. Peter isn't gonna hurt Miles, because Miles is a student-like figure to him. So while Venom is going crazy, the Peter inside Venom is just going to hold his punches a little bit and constantly think about, why am I hurting this guy Miles? And Miles is going to rise above hate like John Cena did versus Kane, and he's going to defeat him. He's going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So that's my prediction, number 4. Number 4, I believe we're going to get a Peter and Miles versus Venom, and then a Miles versus Venom, and then I don't know how they're going to do it. We're going to get Peter and Miles again versus just pure Venom, pure symbiote, like not connected to any human whatsoever. He might even go to Norman Osborn after Harry's been done and dusted. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that they're going to make a good job out of doing this whole Venom thing, but once again, these are just my 5 bold predictions, because, I'm a guy on the internet with an opinion, so I have to let it be heard, Jim. But anyway, that's number 4. So, I just stretched my back. With that one out the way, number 5 in my 5th bold prediction for this game, I believe that we're going to discover parts outside of the main map. Because as you know, we've been in Manhattan for since 2018, and I think they're finally going to let us cross over the Brooklyn Bridge or go somewhere else. I think they're finally going to let us go to Queens somehow, some way. They're going to let us go outside the map, outside the boundaries that we're normally not allowed to go out of, because, you are now leaving the game area, blah, 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 blah. So, it's not really a big prediction. Like I said, these are going to range from big to small. But I believe they're finally going to let us outside of the main map. I think it would just make the most sense, especially with Venom coming around. So I'm guessing they're going to need more places to hide, quote-unquote, Peter and Miles to get their rest in Manhattan. And, I'm just saying, I just believe we're going to go outside the bridges. We're probably going to get on the raft center without, having to glitch our way onto there, because I still haven't found a way to do that. If you have, hit me up with them glitches. I'm trying to get to the raft center. But, I believe we're going to go outside of the main map. I believe somehow, some way, we're going to go to Queens, and we're going to see Aunt May's house. I was about to say Aunt May, but she passed away in the game. So we're going to see her house in Queens. I just believe somehow, some way, we're going to go to Queens. Or somewhere outside of the main Manhattan area. I think it makes the most logical sense to finally let us do that, especially with the PS5's capabilities. I believe that's it. But anywho, those are my 5 bold predictions. Sandman as a villain, Wrath as a villain, the Green Goblin and Venom, and possibly Kurt Connors as villains. We're going to get Peter and Miles versus Venom, and then Miles versus Symbiote Suit Peter, and then maybe the final battle, you know, they have to face Symbiote all alone. And then the 5th one, we're going to go outside the main Manhattan area of the map. Those are my 5 bold predictions for Spider-Man on the PS5 2. I don't know if they're going to call it Spider-Man 2 PS5 or just, you know, Spider-Man PS5, you know, whatever. Those are my 5 bold predictions for this game. If you have any bold predictions, any 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, however many bold predictions you have, leave those bold predictions down in the comment section. I love reading comments. I heart most of my comments pretty much all the time. Unless they're toxic comments, you know, I don't really like toxic comments. But if you have any predictions, anything down below, if you want to add to my predictions, if you want to disprove my, you know, predictions, do it, whatever. This is the internet. Speak your mind. I don't care. But if you haven't played the game and then speak your opinion, you know, I just won't hold much value to it. Because you're a John to me. You're a John and a Karen. You don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, hope you have all enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to make more videos like this because I want to branch off into different video game categories. I'm still working on that Simpsons Hit and Run video game review. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that. Do not worry, I have not forgotten about that. But with all that being said, hope you have all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, midnight, day, week, month, year, rest of the year, because 2020 has been a turbulent year. But don't worry, y'all, we're into season finale. Ooh, not series. We're into season finale of 2020. Don't worry, do not worry. Just pull through, get these last 3 weeks out the way. And all you college kids taking your exams like me, for real, good luck, because I'm stressing. But I hope you have all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day, and I hope to see you all in the next Peach 2 video. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.